And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Got an open man, it's Washington. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And a give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Taken down at the
well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Don't get nervous. Kill. Check.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
First down, Broncos.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jerry Judy with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score, Broncos 7. Steelers, nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Haskins. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
14-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Broncos 7, Steelers nothing.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Locke trying again after the pick 6. He finds an opening past the 40. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Broncos first down.
Locke taking the snap at 1. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point. His guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Brings up second.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. It got his man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
At the 44-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We go Mike Porter. There we go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Let's go, defense. It's our time. Check 45 the mic. Check 45 the mic.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Haskins flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Check.
to him again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
The kick is
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
16 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up second down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here we go. Set. Set one. Chopper. Chopper. Hey, check right 34. Right 34. Delta.
To throw again. Block. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And it's third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Locke looks to throw it again. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Block. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that is incomplete. And that one off the mark. A little late with the throw.
Incomplete. It's 4th.
The Broncos' new signee for 2020, Sam Martin, former Lion, on to punt. As he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Check. Lucky. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch the ship. Hey.
From the gun, Haskins. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. They find some open field here. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Touchdown.
Melvin Gordon, 77 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired, too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. McManus's point after is good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Brandon McManus to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On first and 10, it's Haskins. To the right side and complete to Washington. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and...
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Haskins on third down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Locke. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Locke working out of the gun. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
45. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, check like 45. Check like 45. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
From the gun, Haskins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
45 the mark. Hey, what? Check.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Going for the deep ball. This is caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 54 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Steelers 31. Broncos.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Block off of play action. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. first and 10. Here's Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Locke now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 19-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
9 brings up 3rd down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
On the stop.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Denver.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Locke. And now oh no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On second down and 4, Haskins. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That one, a first down pickup of 8. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
22.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the turnover, here's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to K.J. Hamler, the rookie, but it's going to be second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
31.
Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within one score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Watch the screen.
Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
Today's final score.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one. Win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Pittsburgh, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they